If you have empty walls or shelves and want to start curating your art collection, then this episode is for you. Welcome to GA Atelier, the podcast where intentional interior design meets mindful living. I'm your host, Shihan Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, while elevating our everyday life at home. So step inside my design workshop and let's design your home together. So today I want to explore the art of curating artwork for your home. I like to think of our homes as an empty canvas, and the artwork we select is our unique artistic touch that we add. It's really a reflection of who we are, our style. It's like we're creating our mini art gallery to display what we love. So we're selecting pieces that not only makes our space beautiful, but also evokes a specific feeling or emotion. So the first thing you want to think about is defining that emotion. What is the feeling you want to cultivate in a specific place? Paintings, photographs, sculptures, just they all have a different feeling, and each art piece has a different emotion to it. And every piece will tell a different story. Art is really more than decoration. It's not just a choice for aesthetics, just to fill a spot, fill the space with something maybe that is trendy. It's a very personal choice. It has that ability to cultivate the emotions you have because you have a personal connection with the piece. It influences the atmosphere of your space and it sets the mood and how you feel in it. It's a very personal choice and it should be very intentional because it speaks directly to you. So the right piece, like I said, will evoke a specific feeling that aligns with the purpose of that space. So you can identify, for example, that specific room I want it to feel relaxed or calm. Another room I want it to be more a productive feel or an inspiration, an inspired and creative space. So every space will tell you what you want to curate for that specific feeling. And you can, for example, for calming atmosphere, you can choose art with soft muted colors, maybe nature inspired scenes. For other spaces that you want it to be more energizing and evoke like some kind of like vibrancy. Abstract art, maybe with bold shapes and colors, will stimulate that creativity and energize you. Art can weave a narrative within a room, so it can make it all come together with a cohesive story. For example, a series of photographs or paintings that explore a theme just can transform an empty wall into a visual journey that you go through. The second thing is connecting with the story behind the artwork when you choose the art piece. It's really important not just to consider the visual aesthetic. Of course, it has to be beautiful. You have to love it. But also, what is the story behind it? The story of the artist or the artwork. What was the intention behind the creation? It's really one of the best way to curate meaningful art. It's to understand the creative process behind each piece. If you have the privilege of knowing the artist personally, this is of course great, and this connection will add a unique dimension to your art collection. And at least you can learn what the story is behind that artwork, and you can go online or find articles and read more about the artist and see what was their intention, what was the creative process, so you understand a little bit more about the piece that you have. So you have a deeper connection with that art piece. And this can offer insights and give it more meaning, and you will probably love it even more because then you have really a story about it. And art also can simply be something very personal, not necessarily something you bought. It could be something you made, you created yourself, anything really. It doesn't have to be a painting, it doesn't have to be a sculpture. It's really something that you've created that you love and has, again, a deep personal meaning to you. This is really what counts. Now, a few practical things to consider when choosing art for your home. The size of your artwork. It really can influence the scale of the space. Large pieces can create a statement with a bold focal point, and smaller ones can add layers of intrigue and kind of a sense of discovery, like you have to find them because they're smaller in the space, kind of hidden. So you could mix those sizes, and that will add visual depth and interest to your space. Choosing the size has to be intentional. It's choosing the right size for the location where the piece will go and in relation to also what is around it in that room. The other thing is placement, which often means hanging wall art at the wrong level. This happens a lot. This can dramatically affect the feel of a room. Art that is too low or too high can affect the visual balance of the room, especially when you position it over a piece of furniture like a sofa. The common tendency is to leave a large amount of space between the artwork and the furniture. So it really pay attention to that. It generally should hang at eye level so you can really see the art or the painting comfortably when you're standing. Also, position artwork in unexpected, subtle locations. It doesn't always have to be on the wall, especially for paintings or large photographs. It could be over a sideboard, a fireplace mantle, or in the hallway, in a powder room. It doesn't have to be on a central wall, for example, in the living room or the dining room. And it doesn't have to be in the middle of that wall. You could also create an asymmetrical art moment where a small single piece hangs off center. It just adds an element of surprise. You can also choose art that either complements or contrasts with the room's existing color palette. It really depends on the vibe you want to create, how much you want to bring attention to the art. Do you want it to blend in or do you want it to pop? It's really up to you. I believe that curating art is really a deeply personal journey. When done intentionally, your walls will reflect who you are and what you love. So take the time to find the pieces that speak to your soul and align with your vision and make you feel at home. Thank you for joining my atelier. And if you like this episode, please consider giving the podcast a 5-star rating and writing a review. It will help other people discover the podcast, or maybe simply share it with a friend. See you in the next episode.